I walk out the building for the day. I see Fame standing outside his car, dressed in all black, of course, leaning on the passenger side. All the girls break their necks to look at him and hope he calls one of them over. He has his arms folded against his chest, just watching. I didn't think he would really be here after school, but here we are. I walk toward him and his demeanor doesn't change. He just watches me walk toward him. I'm expressionless, mostly because I don't know what this fake ass intimidation is about. What's up? I say. Get in the car. No. Why? I look him up and down. He smiles. I want to drive my little sister home. He starts to look away, then double takes. Is that a hickey, Tiny? I lift the shirt again. I already saw it. He still has his arms folded. So, who is he? The little nigga I seen you with. Fame, what do you want to drive me home for? I sound annoyed. I really want to know who this nigga is, and now you got a hickey. I roll my eyes. Get in the car. They're gonna get stuck. I start laughing. Just before Fame could lean off the passenger side for me to get in, I hear my name being called. I turn around and see Terry. He is almost blushing because he sees Fame. Summer, I love you, boo. I start laughing. He starts laughing and keeps walking. Almost runway walking down the street. Fame shakes his head. He got a twin, too. I start laughing harder. I know. I know them both. Fame opens the passenger door. Get inside, nigga. I get inside and Fame closes the door. He walks around to the driver's side, opens the door, and gets in. Kidnapping is illegal. That's why you got in voluntarily. He starts the car and starts driving. I start laughing and it naturally reminds me of Ace. You sound like Grams. That nigga sounds like me. He starts laughing. Nah, I know. He always runs that line. But yo, homeboy hustle? Grams? I try to make my confused look appear natural. Don't piss me off, Summer. I burst out laughing. Why you keep asking me about this nigga? Why you don't answer me about this nigga? I am single, Fame. Yeah, that's one topic. It's another reason I keep fucking asking, but your yellow ass just don't say shit. Anyway, I live between Parsons and Casina. I say in an attempt to change the subject. Does homeboy hustle? Why? I sound exhaustedly annoyed. You know what we do, and I'm wondering if homeboy is playing you close to try to catch niggas slipping. Y'all are good, trust. Fame keeps his eyes on the road but glances off to me. What is the real reason you are asking for, Fame? That was the reason. You keep asking me over and over for that. You told Grams you saw me with him. My tone is more stern than inquisitive. We stop at the red light and Fame just stares at me. I look more annoyed than anything. I'm just making sure you good, Tiny. I roll my eyes. I'm good. I look forward. Fame was still trying to read my body language. The light is green. I continue. We didn't have much longer to drive before we reached my house, and we drove the rest of the way in silence. I could tell Fame was trying to find something else to recover my attitude or make me talk. Nah, I'm good. We pull up to my building, and just as I was about to say thank you to Fame, he spoke. I really only want to make sure you good. If you say you good, I won't mention it again. His tone is sincere and genuine, so I drop my attitude. I'm good. Thank you for driving me home. And tell Grams I said hi before you gossip about me. I roll my eyes playfully. Don't make us sound like some bitches. His tone is playful. I start laughing. You said it, not me. He pokes my ribs and I laugh harder. Behave, Tiny. Blah, blah. Thank you for driving me home. Anytime, little sister. I open the passenger door and get out the car. I close the door and start walking towards my building. I take my keys out of my book bag as I get closer to the front door. As I get off the elevator, I hear the phone ringing. I also hear my brother playing very loudly by the door. The ringing stops, so I assume Sharif or my mom got the phone. I start unlocking the door and I hear my mother very loudly. This is who? She turns her head towards the door as I'm locking it behind me. Summer, Who the hell is Edgar? You getting real loose with these boys calling here. I ain't say nothing before and you just, thank you, Mom. I'll take the phone. I start walking towards my room. Hello? Now I see why you don't pay me any mind. Huh? I say in an attempt to sound confused. I close my door and set my book bag down. I always catch you coming home. I start to chuckle. You hear my fumbling, huh? Yeah, but I see why you don't like me. Why is that? You got so many of us calling. I start laughing. My mother is dramatic. I have friends. I have dudes interested in me for sure. But anyway, what's up? Smooth. Smooth. Real smooth, Summer. I laugh even harder. I'm not being smooth. I'm just being honest. I already feel nervous around you. Now I feel kind of stupid. Stupid? Why? I say as I plop on the bed and start taking off my sneakers. You probably think I'm some lame. I think if you just be yourself and not try to be who you think I want you to be, I could get to know you better. How old are you again? He questions and starts laughing. Almost 16. How old are you again? I counter. I'm 18. I'll be 19 in October. Oh, right. Too old? Nah, only like 2.5 years or something. Yeah, he says in a hesitant tone. We spent the next hour on the phone just getting to know each other. He wasn't quite as lame as I thought. Still not quite interested completely, but I give him a chance. He asked to see me again on Saturday. I told him I'd make sure Tony wasn't busy before I confirmed. He tried to mumble out I could come without Tony, but I'm good. I don't want to sit in his aunt's house without her, especially with Mac around and no one else. The next morning, I woke up earlier than my alarm. I start getting dressed. I got to school probably 20 minutes earlier than expected. I walk to the store, and surprisingly, Tony is sitting on the crates in front of the store. You look happy, I say as I approach her. She turns and squints her eyes in my direction since the sun was shining behind me. Is that a hickey? She tilts her head to the side, trying to get away from the sun best as she can. I don't know if it's you or the sun is blinding me, she continues. I start laughing. Where were you yesterday? I question, trying to change the topic. Girl, with Cruz getting my back blown out all day, she starts to chuckle. And don't deflect, bitch. That's a hickey. I am definitely not doing a good job of covering this. Tony gives an expression of waiting for the rest of the story, which makes me start laughing. Yes, Tony J, it's a hickey. From Champion. From Champion. Girl, messy. I roll my eyes. Roll them. They could get stuck for all I care. Messy. I roll my eyes again. You cutting off Butter. I mean, Butter is what he is. We had a decent conversation, but he isn't Champion. I get it. Messy ass got a crush for real. I start to laugh a bit. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Oh, yeah. Butter's asking to see me on Saturday. I have a hesitant tone. But you're confused? Not really, like, I'm more not interested than interested. I'm just trying not to like Champion as much as I already do. Just before the conversation can continue, it was almost like Shania, Damien, and Jules appeared out of thin air. Tony rolls her eyes in their direction. Don't do that, Chocolate Drop. You hate Jules, not us, Damien says. He don't miss a beat, I reply while laughing. Brightness, you and the sun are in heavy competition today. He takes a towel from around his neck and wipes his forehead. I'm too sexy to be melting, Shania says. Honestly, I'm going to hit you if you keep talking like that, Damien says. We all start to laugh, including Shania. Summer, summer, summertime. Bring your pretty ass here, please, Terry shouts from across the street. I look in his direction, then smile and start to cross the street. Yo, Terry, where Perry? Jules shouts from the opposite side. I don't know. I was at my man's house. He covers his face while giggling. As I get closer, Terry leans in and gives me air kisses. What's up? I shouldn't even be doing this, but tell your fine ass brother that Marco wants to speak about consignment. Marco. Okay. Terry looks at me. I hope this don't fuck me over. This nigga will kill me. You're good. I got you. That hickey is from that fine ass nigga I saw you with. I try not to smile and roll my eyes playfully. Yes, girl, Terry exclaims. I start laughing. He is new around here. You know I won't flirt with them straight ones, but I be looking, girl. I know how you do. Well, let me get my fine ass inside. I'm so ready for the school year to be over. I'm doing my final and going back onto my man and his AC. Alright, I'll tell Fame. Alright. He gives me 2 air kisses, one on each side of my cheek, and sachets away. I walk back across the street toward the store, but only tell them we need to get going toward the building. Hey, the bell is about to ring, I say from the middle of the street. Tony starts to pick up her book bag and puts it on her back. So ready for this to be over, Tony says, crossing the street to meet me in the middle. This whole teenage experience isn't doing it for me, she continues. Jules, Damien, and Shania also cross the street. Y'all gonna see Fame today? I question. Isn't he your brother? Smart ass. I need to speak to him. What Terry wanted, brightness, Jules asked. To talk to me? Jules pokes me in my ribs, making me jump. Tony rolls her eyes at Jules, being playful toward me. As we're walking toward the front of the school, I see Fame leaning against the fence talking to this girl who is just blushing and grinning. I'll see y'all at lunch. Hopefully, Tony replies. I shoot her a glare, but we both start laughing. I start walking in Fame's direction. I need to talk to you. I pull his arm. I see her smile drop. He will be back. I am his sister. Did I do this to you and homeboy? You'll talk to every damn body, Fame. He starts laughing. Don't make me sound like that. I look him up and down. Yo, so Marco wants to talk to you about consignment. Why the fuck you bringing it to me? Fame sounds irritated. Someone asked me to tell you. Nah. Who is someone? Summer. Be smarter than this. I didn't even think about it being a setup because I trusted in Terry. Terry asked me to tell you. Terry? He looks lost for a second, like he's trying to think. Homeboy with the twin? Yeah, the one that we saw the other day, that you knew for a while. I got it, smart ass. It could have been someone else with your trust in passing messages ass. Wild. Anyway, I'll speak to Marco. Next time, just don't agree to no shit. Everything is a setup. Question that shit like you question me about that nigga sucking on your neck. Shut up. I'm serious. Be that protective about everything regarding business. You're gonna be around it, so smarten up. Okay. Sorry. You a little sister. That's what y'all do. He mushes my head. I saw your new nigga go into the building too. Shut up, Fame. Yeah, nigga. I saw you blush. I start walking away. I'm sure you'll tell Grams that too. I hear Fame let out a hearty chuckle, which makes me start laughing. I hurry into the building because who knows what mood Tommy is in today, and I definitely have finals this week. Miss Williams, you're late. As usual. Good morning, Tommy. Lovely to see you too. Tommy lets out a chuckle to himself. Tim winks at me as I hurry into the building. I see Brielle and Dwayne kissing in the corner, but they don't notice me. As I'm walking up the stairs, I turn to the next staircase and almost trip over Angelo and the same girl from math class who smiles and flirts at Champion. Oh, hey, Summer. Hey, sorry. Y'all know we have a final, right? I see him walk to the other side of the staircase. The girl looks annoyed, but who cares? If it's about Champion, I don't care. And if it's because Angelo said hi or the final, anyway, she slices it. I don't care. Ah, yeah. Angelo starts to grab his book bag and gets up. I hurry to the classroom. Sorry, I whisper as I walk in. The teacher hands me a test and shakes his head. Angelo and the girl walk in behind me. Champion looks up from his paper but doesn't say anything. I sit at my desk and start my test. The final was hard. I lost a few minutes being late, so I worked until the bell rang. I handed in my paper and walk into the hallway. Thought I left you, Champion says. Better not have, I say and smile. He instantly leans in to hug me and kisses my neck. Y'all need a room, I hear from behind me. Hi, Tony J, I say. Hi, best friend. We have a Spanish final. Yes, we are going. So much fun, Champion says. Champion interlocks his fingers into mine and we walk through the hallway. I feel like the third wheel. I'ma walk away from y'all. Oh, Tony, shut up. This how you felt with me and Jules? No, I didn't care. I start laughing. She starts laughing but slows her pace and starts singing. Lonely, I'm so lonely. I have nobody to call my own. I laugh even harder. We get to Spanish class, and Miss Rios just looks so surprised to see us all. I start laughing. Here for my final exam. So, Rayne, I don't have much to grade you on aside from tests. Most important thing, if you ask me. I take a seat. Champion and Tony sit in close proximity to me. Summer Rain, why did you make Champion cut with you? Huh? He is a nice boy. You are teaching him wrong things. Tony and Champion both laugh. I agree with you, Miss Rios, Champion says. I look at Miss Rios, who is also laughing, and winks at me. I will do better in September. Lie to me in September, Miss Williams. Sit down. We all start laughing harder. I didn't cut any classes with Champion today. Surprise? I bet. We all had finals and things that prevented us from cutting. He told me he would try to call me later, but he had some business to tend to after school. I still hadn't caught up with Lauren or any of her drama, so I expect some heavy gossip from her when we finally speak. I decided to try to give Butter another chance. I guess at liking him? I dial Tony's number as I get settled in from school.